Eldrazi decks are some of the most terrifying things you can sit across from in a game of Commander, but what if I told you that some of the best Eldrazi commanders aren't even Eldrazi? Hey, I'm Paul from Missing Lands. I'm a guy who's often on the internet and I absolutely adore Commander. Eldrazi are quite simply one of the most ridiculous creature types in the game, massive game warping titans that completely take over the board, and honestly, they're just that good. So today, we're looking at 5 of the best non-Eldrazi commanders that let you cheap, ramp, or just abuse Eldrazi in a way that basically seems illegal. So let's pull up a chair and get into it. And first on the list is Animar, Soul of Elements. Animar is disgusting. Every creature you cast reduces the cost of your future creatures permanently. So once Animar gets going, Eldrazi don't just get cheap, they get free. And because most Eldrazi are colourless, that means no cost at all, zero. You chain a few small creatures early and suddenly you drop in Ulamog like it's a mana dork, and cards like Ancestral Statue, they just go infinite. And suddenly your entire deck costs zero. This snowballs fast. And once it does, the game's basically over. Number 2, Kruphix, God of Horizons. Kruphix turns your unused mana into a savings account. No max hand size is nice, but keeping your used mana across turns is absurd. You don't lose it, ever. So you just ramp, pass, and suddenly you're sitting on 20 plus of mana, like a dragon on gold. Add something like Seaborn Muse, and now you're banking mana on every single turn. And when you finally cash in, you don't just get to cast one Eldrazi, you can cast your entire hand of them. It's slow, inevitable, but terrifying. Then number 3, Rakdos, Lord of Riots. He doesn't ramp, he rewards violence. If your opponents lose life, your creatures cost less to cast, and Eldrazi, basically free again. We're talking 10 plus mana of threats for maybe 2 or 3 mana. All you need to do is ping the table, and in Rakdos colours we've got so many ways of doing that. Something as simple as Impact Tremors, and suddenly Rakdos is online for the whole table. This is easily the most aggressive Eldrazi deck on the list. Next is Heliod the Warped Eclipse. This is where things get clever. And side note, I've actually done a full deck tech on my own Heliod Eldrazi build because I absolutely love this commander. Heliod turns symmetrical draw into pure advantage, and more importantly, lets you also play at flash speed. Now imagine this, you pass the turn, hold up mana, and then drop an Eldrazi at the end step before your turn. You untap and immediately swing with Annihilate triggers online. No warning, no time to react. And when you're casting things like Windfall, you're refilling your hand while completely disrupting your opponents and getting a reduction of, say, 21 mana. It's crazy. Heliod doesn't just enable Eldrazi, he turns him into an Azorius control win condition, which is honestly terrifying in a completely different way. Number 5, Joyra of the Ghitu. Joyra doesn't cast Eldrazi, she schedules them. You pay 2 mana, suspend an Eldrazi, and then a few turns later, it's there for free. But here's the problem, you don't just do this once, you can stack multiple threats at a time. And with something like Paradox Haze, you're doubling your upkeep and speeding everything up. So instead of one big problem, your opponents are staring down 3 Eldrazi coming off suspend together. It creates this ticking time bomb where everyone knows what's coming, and there's basically nothing that can really be done about it. Except you, because you've built the deck, and you make it happen faster. It's chaotic, dramatic, and peak commander nonsense. So those are 5 of the best Eldrazi commanders that aren't actually Eldrazi. Each one breaks the rules in a completely different way, but I want to know which one are you running, and more importantly, which one do you hate sitting across from? If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.